Welcome everybody, Tony Porter, Cards and Dice TV, 1971 Deep Drive Baseball. Check it out, see if you like the game. You roll 3d10, you read the red and the white. It's 0 to 50 or 49 off the batter and 50 to 99 off the pitcher. This is a replay of the 71 Oakland A's season. We are at game 67. The A's are 41 and 25. The Twins, who were playing at Metropolitan Stadium, are 27 and 40. So they're not doing very well. They're in 5th place, while the Athletics are in 1st place by 7.5 games. So let's get started. It's going to be Bert Campaneris at shortstop, Joe Rudy in left field, Reggie Jackson in right field. Then it's Epstein, the first baseman, Bando at third base, batting 5th, batting 6th is Mangual, the center fielder. 7th is the catcher, Duncan. Green is the second baseman, batting 8th, and batting 9th is Vita Blue. Let's do this. All right, I'll show you how to do it. Say 14. That's a pretty low number, and it's going to be a strikeout on Campaneris. So 1 away. Here's Joe Rudy. And it's a 40. That is going to be in the out range, and that's a fly to left. I've been playing a lot of Sports Illustrated baseball lately, getting to learn that game a little bit. And I'll have that on my channel pretty soon. And as a 59, this is going to be off the pitcher. Anything above 50 is off the pitcher, and this is going to be a single. So ground ball up the middle and through for a base hit. So Jackson, who's batting over 300. In actuality, about a 277, but he's about 20 points higher than his real-life average. Continues to be hot, to swing a hot bat. And here with 2 outs and Reggie Jackson. Now, Reggie Jackson's going to try to steal. Corbin is a +1. I haven't looked at the catcher. Let's see, the catcher for the Twins is Mitterwald, and Mitterwald doesn't have a rating for throwing rating, so it's just a straight up whatever Reggie has. Reggie has a 2C, so +1 for the pitcher. It's a 3C, and we'll look at the chart in a second. So first, let's see if it needs to be a really low number, like 20 or below, and it's a 36, so it's not going to be anything. So he holds, in other words, he doesn't get the jump. So let's roll for Epstein. And that's a 64, which is a base on balls, right off Corbin's card. 6-4, falls in within 62 and 67 range. So now we got 2 outs. And runners on 1st and 2nd. Epstein does walk plenty at a 367 on base percentage. And here is Sal Bando, the captain. Oh, that's a 59. That's going to be a base hit. Now Reggie's on its 2nd base with 2 outs. He's going to move up 1 on the speed. He's a blank speed, which means average. So he's going to become fast. So we will potentially have an opportunity to score there. Let me just double check the fielding chart, and I'll show you what that looks like. It's very simple. So it's a SI, but he becomes fast, so there's a question mark, so I can go to the choice, the coach's choice, and I'm going to try to score him. All right, so let's roll 2d6, 2d10, and look at the choice. It says from 5 to 41, he's safe, and we rolled a 31, so he is safe. So the A's go up 1-0 on an RBI single by Bando. Epstein, who's very slow, is going to stop at 2nd. And here comes Angel Mangual, who drove in 2 runs in yesterday's game. That's a 54. That's going to be a base hit single, and this is a plus this time. But Epstein, even with the plus means you can move an extra base, but even with Epstein's very slow, so this may require a roll as well. Let me double check. There's 2 outs and a plus. Let's So let me show you the chart again. There's 2 outs. So that means he just moves 1 to the right. So it's a single plus, but he's very slow. So no, he would not advance. But he moves up because there's 2 outs. So he's a question mark. And so we're going to try to score him. We're going to try to score Epstein. And we're looking again for that number between 5 and 41. Everything else we're going to have to check up. We're going to have to look up 75 now on the chart for a slow runner. He may be out. So right here, slow runner, 75, 52 to 75, he holds. It would have been 76 to 97, he is out. So he puts on the brakes at third base. And the bases are loaded. And here comes Dave Duncan against Ray Corbin, who's running up against a little trouble here. He's 2-2 with a 3.14 ERA. I didn't talk about that. And we'll find out about Vita Blue today. That's the pitching matchup, Vita Blue versus Ray Corbin. Vita Blue has had some kind of year. Wow. 1971 was a crazy year for Vita Blue, so the replay is keeping in line with that. Here's Dave Duncan. That's a 17, and that will be a strikeout to end the inning. But the A's pick up 1 run on 3 hits, and here come the Twins. Bottom of the first, 1-0, Athletics. 1971. Where were you in 1971? This is June, towards the middle end of June, 1971. All right, Cesar Tovar, center fielder. He's actually a really good fielding center fielder out of 4. Carew batting second baseman batting third is Killebrew, another good. But Killebrew's not at first base, he's at third base, which he's terrible at. So I got to correct that. I put him in as I gave him the rating as a first baseman, so he's just a 1 there. All right, he's batting third. Tony Oliva's in right field batting cleanup. Cardenas, the shortstop. An above average shortstop batting 5th. Batting 6th is George Mitterwall, the catcher. And then there's this person, I have to look at how you pronounce his name. I wrote it on the card. His name is Ollier. Brent Ollier is the left fielder. Batting 7th. Batting 8th is Reese, the first baseman. Batting 9th is Corbin. So Vita Blue. And let me pop in quickly get some stats for Vita Blue for you, because they're pretty impressive. Give me 1 second here. All right, Vita Blue is 12-4 with a DeGrom-ish ERA of 0.66. So he's 12-4 with an 0.66. How did he lose 4 games with an 0.66 ERA is beyond me. But he's going to pitch to Tovar, see what happens. See if he can keep that going. That's a 70, and that's going to be off blue. Let's switch these around. And that's going to be a strikeout. So Vita Blue strikes out Tovar. Here comes the lefty Rod Carew, who doesn't strike out much. A 32, and that is going to be a flat to left. Nope, it's a flat to right, excuse me. Shallow right. Racing in is Jackson, and he gets there for the out. Read that ball well right off the bat. Those can be tricky for outfielders. Line drive, that kind of dies. Killebrew with a 20, and that is going to be a base on balls. So Killebrew has from 10 to 22 walks. That's pretty high. So runner on first with 2 outs, and here's Tony Oliva, lefty. And that's a 53, which is a base hit. Stopping at second is Killebrew, so 2 outs. The Twins have first and second. It would take a lot of really lucky rolls for the Twins to score on blue. We'll see what happens. An 85, and that it's going to be a line out to the second baseman, Green, to retire the side. No runs. 1 hit, and we will be back. It's 1-0 Athletics, top of the second. Okay, we're in the bottom of the 4th. It is 2-0 Athletics. Sal Bando connected for a home run in the top of the 4th inning to make it a 2-0 ball game. It's going to be Mitterwald, Ollier, and Reese. I got my cat who keeps on coming over. I'm telling her that right now. So the way you play deep drive baseball is roll 3 D10. You read the red and then the white, and that's a 50. So that's going to be a deep drive. It's going to take us to the deep drive chart. Mitterwald has good power. We rolled a 7. So what that means is if the dagger comes into play, then it's going to be a fly out to center field at this ballpark. So those are the ballpark effects. So we're going to roll. We need to have 0 to 11 is dagger, 90 to 99 is dagger. So anything above an 11 up to 42 will be a home run for George Mitterwald. And that is a 45, and that just misses being a home run, and it's going to be off the top of the wall and roll away from the center fielder Mangual. Mitterwald, who doesn't run very well, is chugging for third. Here's the relay, and he is safe with a leadoff triple. Mitterwald comes up with a triple. A ball that just took the right kind of carom for a guy with no speed to get a triple out of. Hit away from the center fielder, and the left fielder was nowhere to be seen. So now it's a runner on third. The A's are going to allow the run. In other words, they're going to concede it for an out. They are playing back. So here's blue to Ollier. And that is a 99 with an 8. That's a fly out to center field. We're going to look at the fly out chart. There is a fly out chart. And it's pretty intuitive. I mean, there's usually a deep fly balls allow the runner to score. So the runner on third is Mitterwald. Now I know he's not a speedy runner. He is an S runner. So basically he's gonna, well, I could try to score him. I'm down by 2. I don't know if I'm gonna try to score him. I don't. Fly ball center field. You know what? Let's just go crazy. This is Vital Blue. We're playing against, and he's tough to score on, and we have to run on third. So let's try to score him, and that is going to be a 47. I believe he is safe, but we're gonna have to look. On a 47, he's a slow runner, and 42 to 41, he is safe. So he is safe. It's close enough to 41. So it's a sacrifice fly to center field. And the Twins are on the board thanks to a triple and an Allier fly ball to center field. All right. So here's Rich Reese. Oh, he's a lefty who shouldn't be. I didn't even know that. And he walked last time. A lefty with a circle lefty should never face a straight-up lefty. This says that he should only face righties. But somehow, since I'm using actual lineups, he's actually in the lineup. So he's going to be negatively affected by this situation. I'll show you how that works. Anything off the batter card is going to be moved to the pitcher card. It's a 96. So we're going to go with that because it's off the pitcher card, and that's going to be a pop-up in foul ground. The first baseman, Epstein, is over and makes the catch. Had it been a 31, well, let's say it had been a 6. This is a tough guy to do that with because he's so bad. For example, here it would have been a 10. If I would have rolled a 10 on Rich Reese's card, it would have been a hit by pitch, but it would have moved up 50 to the pitcher's card, and it would have been a 60, a strikeout. So those are little advantages that the plus. Everybody gets a +1 in their defensive rating as well when the pitcher has an advantage. So here's Ray Corbin, 2 outs, 2 to 1 the score, and it's a 0-1. That's going to be a base hit. So Corbin lines one to left center field, cut off by Rudy, gets it into Campy, and Corbin is on at first, and up comes Cesar Tovar, and that's a 16, which is a base hit. Cesar Tovar batted .311. So it's an RBI. It's a single moving Corbin to second base. Could try for third, but he won't. Doesn't want to make the third out at third base. And here's Rod Carew. Now let's see Tovar stealing. Tovar is a 2C, but blue is a -1, so we're not going to do that. So first and second, 2 outs, 2-1 the score. Bottom of the fourth, Vita Blue on the mound. He sets and he deals. And that's a 45. That's going to be a fly to center. Mangual settles under it, makes the catch. The Twins pick up a run. That's right. It's hard to score against blue. Remember, he's got an 0.66 ERA. Pick up a run on 3 hits, and we move to the top of the 5th inning. We're playing the 1971 season. Replaying that. We're in game, I believe I said it was 67. The Athletics are 41-25 in our replay. And 7.5 games in first place. So blue is leading off the inning against Corbin. It's very important to look at these numbers right here. This is the endurance. He can go 10 points. Blue can go a lot of points, so I don't have to worry about that just yet. All right, it's a 79 off of Corbin, and that's going to be a 9. The green tells us what kind of an out it is, and that's a deep drive to center field. Backing up near the track is Tovar, and he makes the catch, so 1 down. This game, by the way, plays super fast. That's a 66, and that's going to be a base on balls with Campaneris. He's going to try to steal. And there he goes, and he is safe. And I don't even have to look, because he's already a 3A, plus the 1 is a 4A. We rolled anything below 20 is going to be a steal for him. I just have that memorized. And I'll show you how the steal system works. You know, I think it's being revamped. It's okay. Some people don't love it. I don't really mind it very much once you get used to it. You know, let me show you. So he starts off as a 3A. That's the flyout chart. Here it is. All right, he starts off as a 3A. So he would be there. 0 to 23. He would have the base stolen, but he becomes a 4A. A 4A becomes, because of the pitcher had a +1, so he becomes a 0 to 35. I rolled a 17, so that's way below the 35. He would have been thrown out on a 36 to 42, but he steals second base. So the game works. The guys who steal bases. The other guys, they got to get lucky every so often. So Joe Rudy's up with 1 out, and Campy is at second base. Now, I could try to steal third. Let me try to do that. It have to be a super low number for me to check. Wait a second. I have to check the rules to steal third now. I don't think I've ever done that. Let me see. Stealing bases. See if it says runner on second base. A runner may attempt to steal third only if superscript 3 appears next to the rating shown on their steal card. Oh, I don't know if I can do it then. Superscript 3 on Campaneris. No, I don't see it. So he probably never stole third, that's why. All right, so no steal. That's going to be a base on balls. Actually, we'll roll again. And a 34 and a 6 is a hard hit ground ball to the shortstop. Cardenas looks Campaneris back to second. 2 outs now. And here comes Reginald Martinez-Jackson. And Reggie's batting over 300. I'm going to walk Reggie here in the top of the 5th. And pitch to Epstein. Here's a pitch to Epstein. And that is a 92. Just missed being a wild pitch. And it's going to be a slow ground ball to Cardenas, who charges it, throws on the run, and gets Epstein to retire the side. So no runs, no hits, a couple left on a couple of walks, and we move to the bottom of the 5th inning. 2-1 Athletics. Now you can pick up a whole season with every player for $12. They're beautiful cards. You know, I don't really know of any other game that has as nice a card as this game. There are other games with very nice cards. I like replays cards for different reasons, but this one I like just for the size of the font on the names. To me, a card like this really is about Harmon Killebrew. Why? Because the name really stands out. You know, when you have like a lot of numbers in one little corner, you know, like that, where it says, you know, the name of the player, I'm like, oh, it's just a bunch of numbers. And so I really like that the color of the team is there. The name of the team is pretty large. And then the name of the players. I'm you know, I'm an APBA guy at heart. So, of course, I like cards that look like that. And here I have a set of APBA, and I'll show you. You know, APBA was really about making the card, bringing the card to life. You see that? Look at the size of that name. I really love that about APBA. You know, this was really Bergkamp and Harris. The numbers are secondary. You know, that's the beautiful thing about it. This is actually the 1979 Yankees from my 1971 APBA set. And I basically picked up for some sort of trade for very little. Anyway, all right, Harmon Killebrew. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. That's an 80. That's going to be an out. A 6 is a hard hit ground ball to short. Campy gloves it and throws out Killebrew. Here's Tony Oliva. He's 2 for 2 today. 99. And a 9 is going to be a pop-up shallow center field. Racing in is Mangual. Backing up is Green. Who will it be? And it will be Mangual at the last minute. All right, here's Leo Cardenas with a 22, and that is going to be a defensive check. All right, so these are always fun. We don't know what's going to happen here. It's a 75, and we're going to look. 75 says that's a ground ball to third base. If he's at least a 3, actually, who's batting? Yeah, he's going to be a 4, so he's going to make the play. Bando with a nice backhand. Throw to first and in time to retire the side. 3 up, 3 down, and the bottom of the 5th. We go to the top of the 6th. Still a 2-1 ball game. We are playing the 1971 Athletics using deep drive baseball. Very nice game. This is the captain, Sal Bando. He's 2 for 2, a single, an RBI, and a homer and an RBI. He's driven in both athletic runs, and that's a 65, which will be a base on balls. Had a 377 on base percentage. Now, so the pitcher has gone 5. Let me show you how this works. He gets 10 points. Corbin, this is one of the cooler systems. He's got 5 innings. He gets 10 points, so he's gone 5 innings. That's -5. Giving up at least a run, that's -1, so -6. And he's faced the batting order twice, so that's a -8. So he still can go 6 and 7. And I think there's another rule that if you allow 5 base runners in 1 inning, you also lose a point. And I have to start instituting that. I haven't done that very much because usually when that happens, I usually pull them, so I don't worry that much about it. So Bando's on at first. Now Bando's a 1F, not really a base stealer. Here's Mangual with a 65, and that's going to be a base on ball, so back-to-back walks. So pitching coach is going to go out to talk to Corbin first, and here's Duncan. Now Duncan, we're going to try to bunt with Duncan. It's very easy to bunt. It's a 90, and a 90 is going to be a wild pitch. Both runners are going to move up. So both runners move up on a wild pitch. And they're going to intentionally walk Duncan to load the bases. For Dick Green, we're going to play the infield in. That's a 54, which is a base hit. 1 run scores. And let's check Mangual. If Mangual's a fast, he will score. Otherwise, he will hold, and he is a blank. Let's double check that. No, he also scores. Average speed scores on that type of hit. It's a single plus. So Mangual scores, and Duncan, who is slow, will hold. So first and second, 2 RBIs for Dick Green coming up huge. So bloops one to left center field, and it drops in front of the left fielder Ollier. So it's going to be a 5, and it brings in 5 and 6, 2 RBIs for Green. And here comes Blue with runners on first and second. Nobody out. And this may be it. This is going to be the last inning for Corbin, because he's going to reach. We said he had 8, but this is going to be inning 9. And then if he goes, actually, no, 9. Well, he's already allowed 4 base runners, so if he allows one more, he's going to have to get pulled. He's going to lose a point. All right, so here's Blue. Blue's going to bunt. That's a 70, which is a strikeout. Now, let's look at the bunt chart. Usually, if it's a straight out, it's a good bunt. This is 2 strikes on the batter, so he's going to bunt again. And it's a 67, which is an, oh no, it just misses. So it's a base on balls, which on the chart says ball, runners hold. So again, he's going to square. A 42 is going to be a strikeout. So he goes down at the strike and constantly fouls it, foul. Okay, so that's a strikeout. And now it turns the lineup over. Go to the top again. So that's going to be 3 plus. We had 6. He has 10 points. That was 5 plus he gave up a run. That's 6 plus he went 3 times. That's 9. So he still has 1 point left. All right, here goes top of the order. Bergkamp and Harris is up. Runners on first and second. See what happens. Campy's 0 for 2 with a walk and a stolen base, and that is going to be a 99. And a 3 is going to be a ground ball to third. Going to be, let's see, ground ball to third first. So let's look at, this is an interesting result. First and second, it's a C, and it says if runner on second is slower, which he is, and the fielder is rated a 5, which he is not, it's a force out. So no, it's going to be a straight up fielder's choice. And that puts runners on first and third. Campanera's going to try to steal again. There he goes. No, he does not. He changes his mind. Here's Joe Rudy. Too high. The roll was too high. And that is a 52, which is a deep drive. Rudy has a chance for a 3-run homer here. And that is a 63, which is going to be a double, 1 hop off the wall. That will score 1 run. Campy, who's super fast, will score easily with 2 outs on a double. So that's 2 more RBIs. And that's going to be it for Ray Corbin. So Rudy drives in 2, drives in number 7 and number 1. And he's on at second. And the A's now have broken it open with 4 runs here. They lead it 6-1. So Reggie Jackson is up, and who are we going to bring in? All right, give me a second, K901. Let's see who we're going to bring in. Let me check. I'm using PC Replay to... we're going to bring in Hall. Let's see. I think his name is Tom Hall. We got all the players here. Sometimes you got to grab them from another team. Tom Hall. Okay, that's his batting card. He may bat. We'll see. We'll leave that on top. Let's find Tom Hall. There he is. It's a lefty, so it works out perfectly. Come in. He will be facing Reggie Jackson here with 2 outs. And runner on second base. Here's a pitch. That's a 61, which is a base on balls. That's the second time Reggie has walked. And here comes Epstein, another lefty. And that is a 50. That is, I'm going to call that a 50. And that is a deep drive. off the bat of Epstein, who is a power hitter, and he connects and drives that deep to right field. Back goes the right fielder Oliva to the track, to the wall, and that's a 3-run shot by Epstein. Mike Epstein, the Super Jew, connects. And that is his nickname. I had the guy say, "Did you say Super Jew?" Yeah, that's his name. That's his nickname. Look it up. Look at Baseball Reference. And 2, 3, and 4. And now they get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They scored 7 runs, and they lead at 9. This is a blowout. Epstein with a 3-run shot. And here, and that already puts Hall, who can go out. Hall can go 2. So he can go out, he can get through this inning, but that's about it. I'll be back. So Reggie Jackson is up, and who are we going to bring in? All right, give me a second, K901. Let's see who we're going to bring in. Let me check. I'm using PC Replay to... we're going to bring in Hall. Let's see. I think his name is Tom Hall. We got all the players here. Sometimes you got to grab them from another team. Tom Hall. Okay, that's his batting card. He may bat. We'll see. We'll leave that on top. Let's find Tom Hall. There he is. It's a lefty, so it works out perfectly. Come in. He will be facing Reggie Jackson here with 2 outs. And run around second base. Here's a pitch. That's a 61, which is a base on balls. That's the second time Reggie has walked. And here comes Epstein, another lefty. And that is a 50. That is, I'm going to call that a 50. And that is a deep drive off the bat of Epstein, who is a power hitter, and he connects and drives that deep to right field. Back goes the right fielder Oliva to the track, to the wall, and that's a 3-run shot by Epstein. Mike Epstein, the Super Jew, connects. And that is his nickname. I had the guy say, "Did you say Super Jew?" Yeah, that's his name. That's his nickname. Look it up. Look at Baseball Reference. And 2, 3, and 4. And now they get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They scored 7 runs, and they lead at 9. This is a blowout. Epstein with a 3-run shot. And here, and that already puts Hall, who can go out. Hall can go 2. So he can go out, he can get through this inning, but that's about it. I'll be back. Hey there, we are in the top of the 9th inning. The score is 13-3, basically a blowout by the Athletics. Bando, Epstein, and Dick Green have home runs for the A's. And leading off here in the top of the 9th for the Athletics is Jim Rowland. He came in to relieve Vita Blue. Vita Blue went 7 innings, gave up 9 hits, 3 runs, 3 walks, 4 strikeouts, 2 home runs. And he's in line for the victory, but his ERA that started off at 0.66 went up a bit. And let's do this. It's going to be Rowland, who came in to relieve Blue. He's going to bat here in this blowout game. And that's a 59. And that's going to be a base on balls. So Tom Hall is still in there. He's pitching fatigued. He's gone he's gone a ton of batters, but we're keeping him in there. Just because it is a blowout, I don't feel like making any changes. Back then, pitchers did go 3 innings, 4 innings. I saw Darryl Knowles go 5 innings. The starter went 4 innings, and Darryl Knowles came in, who was a kind of short reliever. and went 5 innings. So just the way the game was played, that's a 0-4. That's a base hit past the diving shortstop into left field. And Roland is very slow. He'll stop at second base. Everybody's going station to station now anyway, but here comes Joe Rudy. And that's a 66, which is a strikeout. So Rudy swings and misses. For out number 1, here's Jackson, Reggie Jackson. And that's a 47 and a 9. That's a fly ball. Popped up to center field. Tovar right there. 2 down. And here's Epstein. Oh, yep, so far everything's good. And that's a 98, which could become a 98 might, because he's fatigued, go down 50 points, so it'll become a 48, still an out either way. And it's going to be a hard hit ground ball to the shortstop, Cardenas, and that retires the side. No runs, 1 hit, and we go to the bottom of the 9th. This is a blowout, so I'm kind of like, oh, whatever at this point. So we go to the bottom of the 9th. Jim Roland versus Cesar Tovar at the top of the order. And you can see he's a relief pitcher that can go with 2 points. He can go second inning. And that's a 20, which is a defensive check. And an 89 on the defense is to the left fielder. Rudy's a good left fielder. He's going to run that down for out number 1 here in the bottom of the 9th inning. 13-3, Athletics. Athletics will be 42 and 25, and the Twins will be 27 and 41 after this. Here's Rod Carew at 0-1. That's a deep drive off the bat of Carew. And that is a 0-5, which is going to be pulled down the line into the right field corner and bounces away from the right fielder Jackson. Digging for third is Carew. Here's the throw, not in time. So it's a 1-out triple for Rod Carew in the bottom of the 9th. Harmon Killebrew. He's got a home run today, and that's going to be another opportunity for a home run, and that is, no, it's going to be 1 hop off the wall. That will score a run, and that will make Roland fatigued. Actually, I don't know that it does. Just it gives up a run. Oh, yeah, it does. It does. All right, so here's Tony Oliva. So Roland is fatigued now. And that's a 96, so that would become a 56. And a 56 is going to be a base hit. Stopping at third is Killebrew. So that's what happens when you're fatigued. So the 96 would be an out, goes to 56, would be a single. See that? All right, so you can subtract 50 from the pitcher card when the batter has the advantage. Here's Cardenas with first and third and 1 out. And that's a 42, so that 42 stays because it's on the batter card. And a 5 is a hard hit ground ball right at second base. And that's Green. He flips to Campaneris, throw to first, in time. Ball game over, double play. And the A's win it by a score of 13-4. And the A's had a ton of hits. 1, 2, 3. They had 1, 4, 5, 8, 9, 12 hits. The Twins, I think, had that many. 5, 7, 10, 12, 13 hits. Wow. So the Twins scored only 4 runs, out-hit the A's. So the Athletics have 13 runs, 12 hits, no errors. The Twins had 4 runs, 13 hits, and 1 error on the first baseman. Home runs for the A's, Bando, Epstein, and Green. Home runs for the Twins, Killebrew, and Cardenas. And that's it. Vita Blue improves his record to 13-4. And Corbin drops to 2-3. And this was a presentation of Deep Drive Baseball. Take care. Tony Porter, Cards and Dice TV.